to the topic at hand. So I talked about World Wide West. I talked about Oprah Winfrey allegedly having someone wanting me to do an interview. And then after that turn down of the interview, because allegedly she's not somebody you can say no to. Because, you know, a lot of these people get these God complexes based on uh, their level of success and who the fuck they think they are in life. And I just never been like that. When I meet you, I'll treat the person the same that drive pallets as I'll treat MJ. I'm gonna treat you the same. You shit, it stink. You piss, it stink. And you gonna get hit with that same embalming fluid. So why the fuck I'm gonna treat anybody any different? I'm not gonna do that. So we talked about those two. Now let's get to Gilbert and my reaction, right? Gilbert, I've asked this brother to not speak on me privately, but for whatever reason, they keep going to find Gilbert Arenas to go speak for me. And I find that insulting because I know why they let Gilbert Arenas talk. In my opinion, Gilbert Arenas is a puppet for them white boys. Here's why I say that. Anybody that was in our draft heard Gilbert Arenas got up while they were trying to find out who we are at rookie transitional program. That's what they call it. They come up and they have conversations with each of us. They take you in a big room and then they ask all of your questions and you can stand up if you want to answer it and you answer a question. And like I said, they asked Gilbert, where do you see yourself when you're done playing or in 5 years? Gilbert's response was, I'm going to be a motherfucking pimp because I'm already like a pimp. I'm going to be a motherfucking pimp. And I said, this nigga is a disgrace. To represent, you done made it to the highest of the high. And this is just my opinion. You done made it to the highest of the high in the profession that you chose. And the first thing you gonna say in front of these white folks is you gonna pimp. You gonna be a motherfucking pimp. So I knew right then, he ain't the type of nigga I am. When they asked me what I was gonna do, I said, I'm gonna help my community. I wanna see black folks not worry about being black so much because you can do anything you wanna do. I see myself as owning a lot of land and having real estate in apartment buildings so that mothers don't have to worry about shots being fired outside while they're trying to raise their children. You know why I said these things? Because I was raised in an environment where you take me and bus me to a white folk school and you teach me things that make me softer around my people, where there's still shots and violence going on right outside, where there's still dope dealing and danger right at my front door. So a child should not be raised in that environment. So I said, I want to get my money and go buy subdivisions so you can put single mothers in them, so and put the police in there, because in other neighborhoods they don't have to deal with what we have to deal with. The whole room got silent. Seemed like I have a tendency to do that a lot. The whole room got silent. But when Gilbert said he wanted to be a motherfucking pimp, that was the most amusing thing in the world. It was the most amusing thing in the world. Now, everybody keep worrying about how nice someone talks, right? Gilbert said good things about you. Gilbert was nice. He even said that you would no longer be the #1 draft pick, that it probably would have went to Gasol. And that was the nicest thing that he could say to you. But I just didn't see it that way. I just didn't see it that way. And knowing what I know about Gilbert in real life, knowing that it's a girl that he chased still to this day, that you know, knowing who he really is, knowing that Nick Young probably would still be in the league or at least made it longer because Gilbert don't care about teammates. Gilbert ruined those young boys. Got them in his house playing PlayStation all night. See, it's a lot you don't know about Gilbert. It's a lot you don't know about Gilbert. And y'all just saw the crash and burn part of Gilbert. Gilbert done got in a lot of shit that if he was the #1 draft pick, this is why I don't like a nigga speaking on me. Nigga, if you had the spotlight I had on me being attached to MJ with all the arrests and all the stupid shit you did, you'd have been out of the league your first year. So don't speak on no nigga like me. And I've asked you that nicely. And I'm not worried about no people saying no nice words because I know pastors that baptize little 14-year-old girls and then turn around and had babies by them. And when they was talking to their mamas and when they got us on those retreats, they was talking real nice to us all. So I ain't into nice talk. I watch behavior. And I said that already. And I was around Gilbert to see his behavior. And I'm open to a lie to take the test. If he wanted to pretend as if Dan Fagan wasn't following me around, no one went and asked Eddie Jordan if Gilbert Arenas said, bench Kwame because he's in my way in the playoffs. Nobody want to ask Ernie Grumfield, did he drive to my goddamn house because I'm so goddamn mad trying not to drive around the corner and beat the dog shit out of their best player. So they came to my house with the alleged police and the general manager and everybody came to my house to try to get me to come to Miami to play against the Miami Heat. And I left and went to Florida. If you're going to allow this man to have this much power over this team that can tell you to bench another player, I no longer respect you. Go ask Eton Thomas, did Eddie Jordan, this yellow belly ahi tuna, that he lost the team this very day he did this? Gilbert Arenas is the type of person everybody else in the rest of the team need this type of guidance. But see, Gilbert, you got to give him a little more. You got to give him a little more rope. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody in that locker room lost respect for Eddie Jordan as soon as he said that. See, it's a lot you guys don't know. You are in a simulation. You're in a game. Why you keep thinking they trying to bring me back to basketball? I ain't say shit about basketball. This is about the image of the black male. What do a nigga gotta do to be looked at with respect? He gotta be LeBron. He gotta be the greatest player, the nicest looking nigga. He gotta be all that, right? He can't be Mr. Georgia out of the homeless shelter. Imagine if I was a female. I keep asking that. Imagine if I was a black little girl where you cannot write one negative article about a black woman. Imagine if I was a black woman. Hell, imagine if I was gay. They'll have billboards up of me in every state. Imagine if I was white. They would have kicked Michael Jordan off the team. Imagine if I was Asian. Oh man, that sanity would have been. You thought Lynn's sanity was good. Shit. A 7-foot Asian guy that was the #1 draft pick. Ooh, woo, out of high school. I probably own China or somewhere. But see what they do to us black folks, huh? They know we don't stick together. And they know that they can buy our mouths. They can buy our tongue. Just like they bought Stephen A. tongue. No major news outlet has asked Stephen A. on the spot, hey, Stephen A., let's get for real for a second. Who was you paid by to go to those colleges? Who are you paid by to go to those high schools? And why would you do something like that? Aren't you a Q-dog? Aren't you a frat brother? You don't think that was a bit much to keep talking about how good or bad a player is that's in the NBA in front of a bunch of black little kids? You know, maybe they would have had a different outcome. What was the research that you was gathering? What were they trying to learn? Has there ever been another player that they did that to? Now, I've done a little research, and I can't find Stephen A. at no college or at any high school or any other news analyst or sports person at a high school or a college doing stand up, almost stand up comedic style performances about a basketball player. Why would they do that? I'm pointing the arrow at why they did it. They know my mindset. They don't want black people to have this type of mindset. They don't want to tell the real story. I didn't want to talk about my murderous daddy, just like I didn't want to talk about basketball, and I don't want to talk about it now. I want to talk about Black Boy Magic and why it ain't in Walmart. Why do we make women believe that if you talk about how great your sons are in the same way that you talking about your daughter, that it's not empowering them? Why is it that now that your empowerment of these little girls are making these boys so confused that they don't even know if they should be a boy? There's no help for a young man except joining a gang or being a rapper. Every article about one man, somebody go find research, and most of the YouTubers put it up. Look at Sally Jenkins said he couldn't even read or write. He couldn't even write. Rachel Nichols said this. How did these people know me? How would they know any of that shit they say? How the interview is set up is the same way Vlad tried to set up the interview with me. An interview, you make a call, you get in contact with the team at the time, you set up the interview. Prior to me talking to that person, I never fucking met him. So you can go sit down with a person for 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, and write an article as if you know them, and black folks won't even ask, what? Black folks won't even say, wait a minute. This man graduated with honors, was finna go to the University of Florida. How in the hell he don't know what he want to eat? They want us to look weak, black men. Every movie that come out now, go watch. The black man, he looks like he's strong. He about to do it. And then he about to get his ass whooped and a woman save him. Every movie that's out now, everything, make these men look weak. So a man like me talking strong, ooh, they had to get me. Oh, he don't like his kid. Even though you can go on my Facebook and see me goddamn hopscotching with my daughter. Even though you can go on my Facebook and see me at SeaWorld in San Diego, you can see me everywhere with my goddamn kids. See, I said people seem to not be able to let go of strength and a hell of a nigga. See, and it's YouTubers right now, they can't let go. They don't even know why. They don't even know why they don't like me. And we never met. They can't let go. From shit-stained truckers to women I don't know to niggas I never met. They can't understand why they can't let go. But see, I'm used to that. I'm used to that. Been happening all my life. You know what happened when you ask a short nigga, man, you ain't scared to beat up them tall niggas? A short nigga gonna tell you the same thing. Look here, man. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life. That's just regular. So what looks like a big feat to you, it ain't shit to them. I know some 5'5" niggas, 5'7" niggas that'll put something on your ass. I don't give a damn what size you are. Cause they been that height their whole life. So I've been getting hated on my whole life. So this is like a walk in the park. It's like a walk in the park. Not one article you ever wrote about a #1 draft pick that graduated with honors, that took his mother from a homeless shelter to a golf course. Not one article you ever wrote about a person was positive. So I already had to tell myself, God damn, boy, you must be a hell of a nigga. They treating you like your ancestors. You got to be doing something right. You a hell of a nigga. They treating you like the ancestors, boy. So keep up the good fight. A lot of these niggas say they like black, but then I watch them and I watch the way they move. And I said, damn, these niggas just talk black. These niggas just talk black. So these media narratives and the way they get the people to frame stuff. Yeah, it's nice. You notice why they won't come talk to me. Vlad TV can come on my show. I have no reason to go on Vlad TV show. He's not going to ask me the right questions. He's going to want to talk about basketball. How come no major outlet has challenged anything I said? The Washington Post wrote every negative article. Everybody. It was just a pile on year after year. If some black kid got drafted, they reminded you of Kwame Brown. Go look at it. Yeah. I remember the year Kwame Brown got drafted. I remember when I was in high school, never paying out to those shit. I go down to Charlotte late in my career. I get a double in 2 quarters. I play the first quarter. Once I got my ankle healthy, I play the first quarter and I play the third quarter. And I notch a double in every game. Stephen A ain't say nothing. I would go and look. I don't see nothing. They would still commentate the game in a way where they couldn't even give me no props about what I'm actually doing. They would go back and say, well, yeah, he was the #1 draft pick, never really panning out. Other than that. That's why I say these are a bunch of script reading whores. I go down to Miami Heat against the Miami Heat with the great Lakers, and they go sit LeBron down thinking the game was over. And the busted butt was tearing some ass up. All of us were tearing some ass up. That's that time that Jack folded and quit because they traded away Gerald Wallace. That's the time Jack act like his calf was hurting and shit. Yeah, that's the time I was talking about. And so, yeah, I think I ended up with 23 and 14 that night. Larry Hughes was in the stands. I was out partying with Larry Hughes the night before. So that's why don't nobody say what I'm saying is wrong, because you can contact Larry Hughes or Abe. Everybody know them niggas. Anybody in the industry know Larry Hughes or Abe, who he run with. And asked, did we party and hang out that night? Hey, he was at the game. He was laughing his ass off. Rumble, young nigga, rumble. I'm telling Matt Carroll was on the team. Matt Carroll was goddamn sick from partying. He finally came out with us. You know, he a Christian dude, don't do nothing. I say, Matt, you got to come out with us one goddamn time. We got Matt tore up from the floor up. We called him Matty Ice. I'm like, Matty Ice, don't worry about it. We went to shoot around, shooting like a mother. I say, Matt, shoot at the one in the middle, nigga. If you see in triple, shoot at the one in the middle. And I'm that type of nigga. Make everybody laugh, have fun. And we came out short-handed, 8 players, almost beat the Miami Heat. I wonder what would have happened if we would have had Jack and his calf wasn't hurting. I haven't heard Charles Oakley. I haven't heard nobody I've been around yet to say I'm lying. That's what's so funny. I got media pundits keep trying to spin a narrative the way that they want to spin it. They keep trying to make me doom and gloom in every picture they put up. I'm sad. There's some pictures of me on the internet not looking sad either. But there's some pictures like that too. But every picture they show of me, I be laughing like a motherfucker, boy. That's some funny shit. Y'all keep it up. But it only made my voice louder when I started to talk. And people are going to do some research and they're going to start to see, goddamn, everything this nigga saying is 100% right. What is going on? Is there a go along to get along game? Do they attack black males and make them look weak? Because if they love black people, then they can equally show how great black boys are, just like they show how great black women are. It's not to diminish black girl magic, but black girls need to know You don't need to be coming into these situations and these relationships like you just the best motherfucking thing since sliced bread. Cause it's some hell of a niggas. And we gotta shape it in a way where it's equally respectful. See, that's what we're not getting as men. We're not getting respect. You got a black #1 draft pick and no other race of people. They got brown pride, goddammit. Ain't now one of them goddamn Mexicans would have ever let you motherfucker run story after story about a black man with a history like mine. Brown pride, motherfucker. You ain't gonna talk about him like that. At 19, I thought you cared about bullying. I thought you cared about mental health. Stephen A., you the worst thing for mental health. Imagine, what you wanted me to jump off a bridge? 19, 20-year-old got a grown man talking about him every goddamn day. That's why you come after Kyrie like that. Any black male with his own mind and his own brain, and he ain't with that company shit, and he gonna challenge some shit, Stephen A. bring it back to money. That's why I keep telling you, it's all about money. LeBron James, he a social justice warrior to a motherfucker until it affect that goddamn shoe deal with China. Then mum is the goddamn word. Because it's all about money. Now, how many times I got to say this shit? Now, I dare any major news outlet to challenge me on anything I've ever said. Go ask Arn, tell him, did I not come to him and tell him that Dan Fagan is following me everywhere? And he said, well, I might have to hit him with an agent tampering lawsuit. Go ask. Don't keep calling somebody crazy. They do the same shit to everybody. They've done it to Dave Chappelle. They do it to everybody that say something different from the fucking script. They're crazy. They're crazy. But motherfucker, I don't feel crazy. It ain't crazy to show pallet pros and other black small businesses for the free. To me, it's crazy not to. If you claim you love black and you know the black struggle, to me, it's crazy not to. All I see is YouTuber after YouTuber, politician after politician, person after person talking this black talk shit. But then when it's time to show your actions, everybody you killed was black. Everybody you attempted to kill was black. Every woman you cheated with, you cheated and got them to fuck on their husband at a bad time in their marriage, they were black. Every family you destroy, every household you fuck up is black. But you so pro-black. But you're so pro-black. We got niggas that claiming they love black people, but we uplift the motherfuckers that got 5 and 6 bodies, and the people who they killed was black. Oh, y'all don't want to talk. Y'all don't want to talk. I done got thirsty. Hold on. So to keep trying to talk to me about basketball and to keep trying to paint me into a narrative of just a fucking basketball player, it's insulting. I was not just going to be a basketball player, brother. I was going to college to be an engineer, a project engineer. Got myself signed, sealed, and delivered, buddy. Of my hard work. Don't try to box me into what you think I should be doing, what you think I should be talking about. See, they want basketball players to just to talk about basketball, except when they control their tongue. And then it's, go listen to this athlete. He your leader. You niggas are being brainwashed on every level. brainwashed on every level. So that if you think a black man ain't a celebrity and as famous as other black men that they put him next to, then somehow you shouldn't listen to them. Their voice is not as important as the other one. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Go look at everything I just said, because I'm finna go eat. Go listen to everything I just said. And instead of saying the normal shit that you always say, he's just mad about basketball. Well, I wasn't really talking about basketball. He's just jealous of somebody. Go look at everything I'm saying, because regardless of whether you like me or not, it can help the next young man not have to bite this apple. They are tightening the reins tighter and tighter. And now they have this juggernaut they can hold over your head. They have all these things they can hold over your head. And as you can see, Aaron Rodgers didn't have to deal with all that. He just like, but the black males, we got to deal with all the bullshit of society. We got to deal with bad press, bad imagery. We got to deal with other niggas that don't know how to make money. We got to deal with women that don't know how to make money, that's coming into these situations trying to extract a baby to use that white boy system. So you don't know whether to love or just goddamn just be a nasty thought nigga and just fuck. You don't know what to do. Because you fall in love, then they say you just chose wrong. So men, you got to protect yourself at all times like you in a goddamn boxing ring. Because it seems to be no one wants you to know how great you are.